These are days and nights of venom and blood. Heroes will rise as the anchors fall.
What is up, YouTube? Dottz Gaming here, and today I am bringing you guys my updated add-on guide. So I'm going to talk really quick to you guys about what add-ons I currently am using, as they have changed since the original top 10 add-ons for ESO guide. They have changed as I've learned more about the game and what I want to see personally on my screen and where I want to see it. So the first add-on we are going to talk about today is Advanced UI, arguably the add-on that I get the most questions about. Advanced UI does a lot of my stuff. It does my minimap, my resource frames, as well as my enemy frame and my party frames. It also does my boss frames. It does everything. It does all the unit frames. I have it do my combat text for like low stamina, low magicka, enter, leave combat, ultimates ready. I have it do all of the kind of status updates. For actual combat text, I am currently using the default Elder Scrolls Online combat text. I prefer it more now. Then the action bar, so I got a lot of questions about this, how I have my potions at the bottom left, and I have my abilities at the bottom right. That is what it does. It allows you to keybind stuff for your potions and for like siege weapons and other quick slot items. So it allows you to put keybinds on those so you can easily switch between them without having to like hold Q if you're on PC and then move your mouse around to get it. The cool thing about Advanced UI is you can turn on and off whatever parts of the add-on that you want, so it is very modular. Because I do not use the buffs part of this, I use something else instead. I preferred the overall look of Advanced UI and the other add-on Srendar to manage my buffs. I preferred it more than Foundry Tactical Combat, so I have gotten rid of FTC and moved to Advanced UI, but I will discuss Srendar in a quick second. I still have Destinations, Lorebooks, and Skyshards. For those of you who did not see my previous video, Destinations puts various places on my minimap. You can configure those to your exact liking so that you can, see as much or as little on your map as you want. You have Lorebooks, which puts all the Mages Guild Lorebooks on your minimap. And your main map, of course. And then we also have Skyshards, which puts all these Skyshard locations on your map so that you're able to see those and pick them up throughout the world and never accidentally miss a Skyshard. The next add-on I use, arguably one of my new favorite add-ons I have picked up, is called Master Merchant. Master Merchant basically will track guild sales and will tell you how much an item is worth. So as you can see, there's been 87 sales in the last 16 days of Grand Soul Gems, and as you can see on that little chart, those are the different prices they were sold at. It gives me a top price, it gives me a minimum price, and it gives me an average that it would recommend. I will say though that Master Merchant does take up a good bit of memory, so you might need to go into your user settings under your Elder Scrolls Online file in your documents if you are on PC. I mean, you have to be to use the add-on, but expand the amount of memory that your add-ons are allowed to take up and allowed to use so that you don't constantly get the LUA running out of memory error like I was getting a lot when I first started using Master Merchant. The next add-on that I'm going to discuss is Research Assistant. I'm going to go over this one really quick. Research Assistant puts little icons like you can see right here on your gear that's in your bag based off of whether or not you need to research the trait. An orange icon means the trait needs to be researched, a gray icon means it's researched already, and a yellow icon means that you have another piece of gear with that trait that needs to be researched on it. So the yellow gear is like it's a higher quality piece, so you could do with it what you will because you have a worst item already that can be researched. So you could do whatever you will with the yellow item, whether it be sell it, deconstruct it, wear it, what have you. The next add-on is Srendar. I use Srendar for my buffs, as you can see right here. I currently have my personal buffs below my resource bars. I have like really long buffs on the bottom left and shorter buffs on the bottom right. At the top of my screen, I have my enemies' buffs, and then underneath it, I have their debuffs. I think Srendar is probably the best buff management add-on out there. I love it a lot more than FTC and what it has and what AUI has. I think it has got so much more customizability and you can just do a lot more with it, and I definitely recommend it for your buff management. I still use Wykkyd Outfitter. I know a bunch of people were like, oh, you should try Dressing Room. I tried it. Either I'm stupid or it doesn't work on my PC anyway, because I could not get it to actually work. I tried looking through help files, I tried looking at different things. I could not get Dressing Room to physically work. The final add-on I am going to discuss is Wykkyd Toolbar. Wykkyd Toolbar is the toolbar that is at the top that displays all information I wanted to display, and I only have it do the most important stuff: time, frame rate, my latency, my level, my experience bar, my alliance points, because I like PvP, and then my research and horse timers. So that is really all my add-ons, guys. That is what I'm using now. So I think the total amount of add-ons I use now is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I technically went down one whole add-on. But that is currently what I am doing. In terms of my combat text, I currently am using the default ESO combat text now instead of... There were wolves here before that I were going to attack. I'm currently using the default ESO combat text instead of the advanced UI combat text and FTC combat text. I actually very much like the ESO combat text. And for those of you who don't know, you go into settings here, gameplay, interface, combat text. I just turned it on and left all the defaults. I find it a lot nicer because I can kind of see where my damage is going. Like, it shows the number on the person instead of just in like a window next to them, for example. And then you can see I have the status things in the middle. Like, you can see I have low health right here. Like, I just let them attack me so that the status message will show up. But that is why I have the stat stuff the way I have it. I like the combat text where it is with the default. It puts it in my mind in a much easier to see location. I know some people like the specifics, whatever the word is, of being able to see what specific ability hit for how much. I don't need to be that specific. I just want to see how much damage went out. If I do want to see a damage recap, I do have a damage meter from Advanced UI up top here, so I can see the damage from that and see what abilities, you know, did the most damage. But when I'm just hitting someone, I would rather see the numbers on the person that I'm hitting and just see how much I'm hitting for and how much I am being hit for, instead of just seeing numbers flying all over the place to the left and the right, because odds are I'm not really reading that deep of the information anyway when I'm in combat, so I'd rather just have the information on who I am attacking. That is really it for me today, guys. I wanted to keep this video not too long. If you have any questions, though, about the add-ons that I'm using or why I'm using them and how I have things placed, please leave a comment below. If you have any questions about how to set up any of these add-ons, anything like that, again, you could also leave a comment below. I will repeat again, Discord link for my YouTube channel is in the description, and if you play on PCNA, whisper me at Dottz Gaming in game, and I will invite you to my guild if you so desire. Thank you for watching this video, guys, and I will see you next week with a guild trader and guild guide for beginners. I have had a couple people ask me to explain guild traders in more depth and explain the whole guilds and the way it works in more depth. So I will happily make a tutorial for you guys next week that will most likely be coming out Monday or Tuesday. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I will talk to you on stream tomorrow, or on stream today, I guess, and tomorrow and next week for the video. Peace out, guys.